Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? What is up? Welcome to the Flying Fluffy Hockey live stream, where I will be here to cover the U.S. versus Denmark men's hockey. David says Swayman is in net for U.S. So I suppose that means Hellyabuck is supposed to start tomorrow. Excuse me. Mikkola was okay after blocking the shots that caused him to go to the bench. Well, that's good. We don't need Mikkola to get injured. Uvis recorded an assist today in Latvia's win against Germany. Oh yeah, did anyone else see that earlier today Finland's destroyed Italy 11-0? 11-0. Yes, and Latvia defeated Germany 4-3. Sweden defeated Slovakia 5-3.
Welcome to the new generation of web creation, where vision and technology work as one.
So,
This is the new way to create. Welcome.
In this game, it appears that Aho had 2 goals. Mikhail Grenlin scored. Capo Caco had 2 goals. Kivaranta had 2 goals. Mikhail Grenlin scored twice. And Miro Heiskanen, Arturi Lehkonen, and Joel Armia all scored. It was an absolute destruction. Luosterainen had 4 assists. Craig says, USA, USA, USA. Frozen Duckling says, Drew Doughty looks old and shaky. They probably regrets not having Bouchard instead. Frozen Duckling says the betting odds for Finland against Italy was -6. They expected it to be a blowout, but not by 11, only 6. Nikola and E2 combined for 4 assists. Yeah, happy Saturday, Daniel. I wonder if ESPN is kind enough to give us a standings. Does anyone have the current group standings for the men's ice hockey teams? That looks like a mighty snug fit for both locker rooms. That room doesn't look any bigger than this entire living room / basement down here. So the U.S. is 1-0-0. Latvia is 1-1. Germany is also 1-1. Sweden and Slovakia are both 2-1. Finland is 2-1. Italy is 0-3.
Survive in advance, and then think about one thing once you get into the end of the preliminary.
Lundell didn't play due to illness, but it might be because of rest. Hello, Tipsy. Yeah, I'm here all alone today. Jaws went with Donna and my brother Matthias down to Florida to join my grandparents to celebrate their anniversary. Their anniversary actually is Valentine's Day. Well, they left me home alone, but with Leia, so I'm here making sure she gets food and drink and doesn't get too bored out of her mind. Colin says, you believe Slovakia has won their group since Sweden is in third place because of the Finland's regulation win. Here we go. Here's the standings. So Canada's currently leading their group. No surprise. Group B, it's a three-way tie right now between Finland, Slovakia, and Sweden. All have 6 points, but Finland does have the first place right now. Germany, Latvia, and USA are all tied at 3 points. But the USA is in third place, and Denmark, Italy, and France have yet to win a game in any of the groups.
Yeah, if it's not working, expect Mike Sullivan to make some changes that lines that he doesn't like going.
Swayman in nets, yeah. I've got plenty of ice cream. I've got plenty of ice cream in the freezer here.
He's a guy that can really generate and facilitate offense. And for Denmark, they want to be able to play.
Whoever finishes with the worst goal differential between USA and Canada will face Sweden in the quarterfinals. Means that Sweden would be the 7th seed heading into the quarterfinals. Italy lost all 3 games and have a negative 15 goal difference. Hey, Kevin, glad you're here to root for USA. So the referees, there's 2 Canadian referees, but also 1 USA and 1 Swedish ref on the ice. All right, so yes, Swayman is the starter for this game. I'm still waiting to find out. Yep, there was Swayman. I'm waiting to find out who the starter is for Denmark. I see for the Olympics, they have the height and weight of the player in meter and kilograms instead of patriotic American feet and pounds. You'll make us switch the metric system over our dead bodies. Mads Sogard. He's 25 years old. Mads Sogard. Who was the other goalie? Well, Hellebuyck's the main starter. Then it's Swayman. I believe the third goalie is Ottinger, right? All right, so Eichel, we have to do this center ice face-off again. All right, here we are. We are underway. So the lines are still the Tkachuk brothers and Eichel, Gensel, Matthews, Boley, Connor, Larkin, Thompson, Miller, Nelson, and Jack Hughes. And then Trocheck, I guess, is a Are they playing with an extra forward? Here's Gensel moving it along over to Austin Matthews. He leaves it over for Gensel, who has to send it around the boards, but Faber is unable to hold the puck in, which allows Bjorkstrand to move the other way. It looks like the lines from Daily Faceoff were accurate, so that's good. USA, the odds for this game are USA -4.5 and Denmark +4.5. Finland demolished Italy just because they wanted to get the 4th seed. Only way Finland gets pushed down to 5th. Oh no, Swayman's already led in a goal. Denmark strikes only a minute and 40 seconds into the game. That's not good. Sogard is 6'7". Yeah, the broadcast showed it as an even 2 meters. So Nick Olesen takes advantage of a turnover in the U.S.'s zone, and then Swayman just let the puck roll right past him.
Does he kick that puck? Does he direct that puck after the initial shot and the redirect in front of the net?
Oh, Olesen might have tried to kick it in.
I think Team USA was looking at it, and the reaction from the Denmark bench, if it did go to skate, I don't think he ever got it with his stick after.
I guess not. So Olesen redirected it in, and Denmark already has a 1-0 lead. Mollegard with the assist. Frozen Duckling says there was a skating favorite to win the gold medal that was -10,000 to win, and he ended up in 8th place. That's other news you've seen other than Team Canada cheating at curling. How do you even find a way to cheat at curling?
Some nerves for Jeremy Swayman making his first start in the Olympics. Not the start that he wanted. Hellebuyck, I thought, was solid in the win against Latvia. Obviously, the United States plays back-to-back games on back-to-back days here tonight and tomorrow night.
So yes, Swayman's starting off with a 500 save percentage today. Eichel moves the puck along. Now it goes over to Matthew Tkachuk. McAvoy at the blue line over to Matthew Tkachuk. No, excuse me, that was Gensel, wasn't it? No, that was Kachuk. Now Denmark trying to retake possession in the offensive zone. Brady gets the puck taken away from him. Now he has to fight back for it. Now Quinn Hughes over to Eichel. Eichel will stretch past the puck, and he iced it. The Canadian curler used an index finger to touch the stone after it crossed the hog line. Wow. Zach Werenski is responsible for that goal. He put it in himself off his skates by accident. So I think that goal, that Denmark goal, might have been Oscar Fisker Molgaard. I'm not sure if Nick Olofsson even touched it. Werenski, you cannot do this to us. Ehlers out in front. The U.S. has gotten off to yet another slow start here. Slavin moves it along. Now Quinn Hughes waits, passes it to Boldy. Boldy across center ice, across the blue line. What a move. He took the shot, and he scores! Matthew Boldy ties it up with impressive maneuvers. All right. The Minnesota Wild are going to be a problem in this year's playoffs, aren't they? What a move. What a wraparound. He took the shots. It rebounded directly to him, and Sogard had no chance to stop that wraparound by Boldy. Colin says, here's how the playoffs look like right now. USA, Canada versus Swiss or Czechia, USA or Canada versus Sweden, Slovakia versus Latvia, Finland versus Czech or Swiss. Yeah, if there was any year for the Wilds to finally make it past the first round and go on a deep run, this has to be the year, right? The Stars are not invincible. A delayed penalty coming up. Dagnabbit, which one of you idiots took a penalty? So Quinn Hughes and Slavin with the assists on the Matthew Boldy goal. And now offsides. And now Denmark's going on the power play. Boldy took advantage of Denmark trying to go on the change. All right, so it's tied at 1. And now the USA will have to kill a penalty. Dylan Larkin got called for a penalty. Finland could now win Olympic gold without even playing against Canada or US, because Sweden could eliminate both. So 5 forwards for Denmark on the power play. Molgaard out there. He'll pass it backwards over to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand over to Ehlers. Ehlers on the move. He took a shot saved by Swayman, and then the Nets gets dislodged. Colin says the first and second seed will be based on the best goals for or goal differential.
As you referenced, the
15:02 to go in the first, 1:39 to go on the Denmark power play.
will take a draw for Denmark.
And Boldy able to retrieve it, and then we get the clear.
Winning goal back in 2018. One retrieved by Oscar.
Can anyone tell me if Sogard is a prospect in the NHL?
6 NHL players on this Denmark roster. Denmark on the power
Well,
play.
Denmark helped clear it themselves. Bjorkstrand keeps it going. It goes over to Mulgaard and then immediately cleared again by the U.S. 1 minute left on the U.S. penalty kill. I get the impression Russia's banned from the Olympics for however long the International Olympics Committee believes that Russia is being very, very naughty. Or he's a Sens guy.
Denmark with a half minute to go on their advantage.
Is I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers had given him to the Sens. Jaws is in Florida. He's with his parents, my grandparents, to celebrate their 50th anniversary.
So they will receive the bye into the quarterfinal round. Canada with a record of 2-0. Second game for the United States. We did that Group B, that first game of the tournament, the Slovakia-Finland game, and when Slovakia.
So he's a prospect for the Sens.
That could really have a big impact, especially in that group. And sure enough, Slovakia.
He played 2 games with the Sens and got a win versus Vegas. So the power play is over for Denmark. Quinn Hughes moves it up ahead. He has Austin Matthews, then Jack Hughes, and now Boldy passes it back to Jack Hughes, all the way back to his brother Quinn. Quinn takes a shot, and it's gloved by Sogard.
7 minutes in. First period, we check in with Captain Tappan.
McAvoy has been keeping a diary of these games for the Athletic, and in his latest entry, he noted that members of the U.S. hockey team were watching last night when American figure skater and Olympic favorite Ilya Malinin fell twice during the men's singles competition and missed the podium entirely. And while McAvoy said he felt terrible for the quad god, he said it served as a wake-up call for Team USA. And he wrote in that diary, "We know."
Man, they're showing the poor bastard from the USA figure skating and falling twice. I cannot begin to imagine how awful that must feel to fall on your ass multiple times while representing your country in the Olympics. Did I see Fiala got hurt? I heard something to that effect, but I don't know the full story.
Last year at the Four Nations tournament, McAvoy had to exit that tournament early, couldn't see it to the end. And I feel like in talking to him, he just was chomping at the bit, wanting to get this tournament started and make amends for what didn't go their way last year in that Four Nations and do it right this time around here in the Olympic Games. And it's good that the guys are watching other events and can learn from other situations. Obviously, there's pressure.
Now, here's a question:
To be able to handle the pressure, but to see
do the figure skating and ice hockey events take place in the same rink in Milan as in the one specially built for these Olympics?
United States killed off the Denmark power play. Pass intended for Austin Matthews. Carried out by Russell.
Russell moves the puck into the zone for Denmark, but Quinn Hughes retrieves it, and now it will be sent over to Jack Hughes, who gives it away. Oh, you believe it's different ice sheets.
12 and a half remaining. First period. Here in Milan, United States allowed the first goal. And then Matt Boldy tied it.
All right, so Quinn Hughes keeps the puck moving while his line mates go on for a change. Hannafin is just circling with the puck in his own zone. Now Quinn Hughes, stretch pass, and it is icing with 12:05 to go in the first.
You guys are talking about Charlie McAvoy, billboard in his hometown of Long Beach, New York. That is awesome. Charlie's father-in-law.
12:05 to go in the first. True and Eichel in the face-off circle in the U.S. zone. It was Matthew Boldy who scored. He had a wonderful wraparound attempt. He had a wonderful wraparound goal. Now they're showing McAvoy's parents in the stands.
Work done. His father's run a highly successful business. His family for the last half century. I gotta say, when you get to my age,
I'm doing all right, Bex. Yes, Jaws is in Florida right now. Denmark with the puck. Hannafin tries disrupting the play, and he is pretty much successful in that regard. Eichel keeps it moving, and now it will go to Matthew Tkachuk, who dumps the puck in, while I presume the rest of Team USA goes for a change. Brady Tkachuk now out there trying to get the puck, and he does. Larkin and Jake Sanderson both there. Sanderson sends it to the corner. Tage Thompson carries the puck. It goes over to Werenski, and Sogard makes the stop. Yeah, the Canadian women's hockey team beats the Germans 5-1 this morning. Damien says, I bet Matthew is trying to recruit Brady. Well, he could also be trying to recruit Jack Eichel. They're on the same line. Sanderson with the puck has to keep it moving. He does. He gets it to Werenski. Then Kyle Connor passes it to Dylan Larkin. And Larkin is unable to slow down enough to prevent offsides.
Hockey League. He's played 4 NHL games, and any other player from Denmark. Taylor's the all-time leading scorer for Denmark. Number 2 is up here in the press area with us.
So Quinn Hughes dumps the puck in. Denmark immediately retakes possession. And now Hughes has to defend Russell as he tries to move the puck around. It goes over in the corner to where JT Miller and Charlie McAvoy both trying to get the puck away from one single Dane. One single Denmark player.
And now Brock Nelson finds Jack Hughes. Return for Nelson to score 2 goals in the opener.
All right, so now USA circles around. That's Jack Hughes moving it along. Jack Hughes over to Brock Nelson. The puck is stranded in the center of the zone and then cleared out. Jake Sanderson waits in his own zone. Stretch passes. He finds Matthew Boldy along the boards. Gensel tries to keep it moving. Now Matthews leaves it for Jake Sanderson, who is forced to send it back around the boards. Slavin over to Boldy. Gensel only able to slow down the puck. Denmark now clears. Nikolaj Ehlers circles with the puck for an eternity in the neutral zone before finally sending it in. And now it will roll all the way back out to the zone. And what? Swayman? How did you not save that? What is wrong with you? You have got to be kidding. That's Nicholas Jensen. I don't even think that deflected off of Boldy. I think Swayman just missed. Swayman just completely missed the puck. Jensen was still on the opposite side of the blue line, for crying out loud. And the puck just went off the side of the net. Beck says, I'm sorry, 2 goals on 4 shots in the Olympics is wild. Yeah, so Team USA's offense is going to have to step it up. It took 4 shots for Swayman to surrender twice as many goals as Halibuck did the other day. And I mean, you could argue Ottinger should have started. You have to imagine Halibuck gets the starts tomorrow. If they lose, will they still be in the playoffs? I am not sure. Craig says the USA being sloppy in their end isn't going to help. Tomorrow we play Germany. Now Jack Hughes moves in. Oh, he tried to pass it backwards to I'm not quite sure which player that was. I think it was either Faber. It might have been Faber. He had a man at the position, but he just sent the puck past him. Now Quinn Hughes with the puck. He stretch passes it. Gensel goes around the net. Now he sends it back to Slavin. Back over to Matthews. Matthews waits. Matthews Lets Jack Hughes pick it up. The puck is stranded at the center. Now it is over to Boldy in Gensel's direction. Then Sanderson sends it over to Boldy. Slavin shots blocked. Sanderson shots directed wide. Funfish says you got to play a top Sens player and Oilers player tomorrow. Yeah, how do you get scored on from half court?
You referenced that upset on day one. Slovakia over Finland 4-1. And that was kind of an eye-opener for all of the other teams. Here today, Denmark got to a 2-1 lead over the United States.
Frozen Duckling says Swayman lost that Lightning game when his team was up 5-1. Now Matthew Tkachuk tries to send it over to the net. And then Denmark ices the puck with 4:42 to go in the first. I think Jensen was still halfway across the red line when he started winding up. Jensen was halfway across the red line when he started going for that shot. Tage Thompson just had a golden opportunity, but the puck went wide on him. Larkin waits, he shoots. Sogard with the save. Slavin turns around. His shot is redirected. Excuse me, that was Faber. Now Larkin over to Tage Thompson. Tage Thompson gets smushed into the corner. And then Kyle Connor can't pick up the puck when it was fed to him almost directly in front of the net. Puck out of play with 3:57 to go.
From long distance.
I'm Keith Morrison, and this is not Dateline. This is an owl. And this is Hinkley Hills. Meet Samira Fisher, who came to the suburbs for the quiet, but didn't plan on the mystery.
Like something in the air.
All right, I'll be back in just a second, folks. I'm going to refill my Sprite here. I'll be back in just a second.
For 2 weeks, we're all on the same team. Comcast NBC Universal is proud to bring the Olympics home to America.
Coming up, our intermission report brought to you by Pokemon. Well, let's go back and take another look at the goal that Jensen scored to make it 2-1. And a look from Swayman's point of view, and as the puck gets above the boards, you can see how dark it can be. And even the boards, if you look at the boards, I mean, where the Olympic signs are, those are black. And I just think Swayman lost it. He thought it was going to his glove side.
Okay, looks like I got back just in time to not miss any of the action. Jameson. Jameson, hello. Hello, I'm here. USA has already had 10 shots on goal, by the way, and has 1 goal to Denmark's 2 goals on 4 shots. Oh no, Canada plays France tomorrow. Wait, the Tennessee Titans changed their logo? This ought to be rich. Wait, that's supposed to be it? That's just the modern Titans logo, but with Oilers colors and without the flame effect. Seriously? No, all they did was they got rid of the flame on the shield. It seems like a step backwards. Texier is the only Frenchman in the NHL. All right, US, can you get anything going on offense? Sanderson over to Matthews. Matthews over to Boldy. Matthews and Boldy both at the side of the board. Yes, the USA is getting outplayed. The USA is outshooting Denmark 10-5 and still losing 2-1. Doesn't that sound familiar?
Outshine all. Because that's how you go from great to greater. The all-new Telluride X Pro is ready.
All right.
Kia, movement that inspires.
I really want to be a part of winning gold.
I want to win. It's time to climb the mountain to the top.
Brenna, I want you to find happiness in who you are because you are the gold.
Family is not just here because you're winning. We'll always be proud of your kid.
When the program ends,
Yeah, the USA has to pick up the play for sure. Like once again, the USA is off to a super slow start and even losing to an opponents that they should be crushing on paper. David says the Swayman's the obvious weak link in the USA goalies, but didn't expect him to give up one from the red line. Trey says, does the winner get Greenland? Is that why we're losing? I don't know if that's quite how it works. I see, so Nick Olesen started the scoring for Denmark less than 2 minutes into the game. Then Matthew Boldy tied it up. And then Swayman thought it would be a great time to surrender a goal on the Nicholas Jensen shot from around the red line. Oh, look, Taryn Kachuk, Brady and Matthew's sister, is at the game, complete with American flag face paint. Yeah, can't do this versus Finland, Sweden, or Canada, or they're toast. Gensel dumps the puck in. And it looks like the U.S. was mainly focused on getting the change. Yeah, I guess it's time to check out Otter. Now Bjorkstrand is able to easily maneuver the puck over to his teammate. Jack Hughes will get it over to JT Miller. JT Miller dumps the puck in, rolls around the boards. Brock Nelson, the first USA player to reach it, but Denmark gets the clear. Beck says, it's like we're watching the Panthers. I see Jaws is in Florida for my grandparents' anniversary. So yeah, Jaws, Donna, and Matthias all went to Florida, and I'm here by myself. I'm here by myself with Leia. Last minute of play here. That's okay. I'm getting to throw some crazy parties while they're gone. That is correct, I see. Eichel, he tried to take a shot while practically kneeling on the ice. Yeah, that is correct. There is a trade freeze in effect during the entirety of this Olympic break. Jaws going to check out the practice facility. Not this time. Icy says, what's the address? I'll show up with some booze. I appreciate the offer. I did end up with a bottle of wine. So I'm not in desperate need of booze. So Brady Tkachuk being a pest in front of the Denmark net. And that is the end of the first period, by the way. And Denmark is beating the US 2-1. So Brady Tkachuk literally punched the dude's helmet off. He punched Oliver Laurentson's helmet off. Swayman. That first goal was not Swayman's fault. Werenski basically kicked it in himself. Werenski scored on himself, but Swayman, buddy, there's no excuse for surrendering a goal from mid-court. Yeah, plenty of time left. Yes, we are down by 1 goal, which I believe is what the U.S. found itself, the position U.S. found itself in last game, correct?
She uses her voice to protect herself. Yeah, totally. That's why I love it. Like favorite is easy. So what's your favorite?
I want to be rich. Wishing for more money? All we need is your phone.
No, go to Geico.
Okie dokie.
And you can
Are there any other games taking place right now?
It feels good to save some coin. It feels good to get.
So,
At Honda, we believe in the
so Zekia ended up defeating. Oh, hang on, this is yesterday's results. In fact, I'll go over those real quick. On Friday, Finland defeated Sweden 4-1. Slovakia defeated Italy 3-2. Czechia defeated France 6-3, and Canada beat Switzerland 5-1. And today, Sweden beat Slovakia 5-3. Latvia beats Germany 4-3. And Finland destroyed Italy 11-0.
Remission at 12 weeks and lasting remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible healing.
Apparently, Norway is the overall medal leader by country. They've had 10 gold medalists and then 3 silver and 7 bronze medalists. And
Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Italy in second place with 18 medals, and the USA with 17 medals. 10 gold medals already for Norway. So not only leading medals, but also I have to assume no other country has gotten 10 gold medals already. Norway is a skiing powerhouse. Yes, Finland's defeated Italy 11-0. And I'm pretty sure Italy got destroyed like that because Finland wants to take advantage of goal differential and or goals for. No, NBC. It's Matthew Boldy, not Matthew Boldsley. Autocorrect must have gotten that in turn. Real Cinema thinks Canada will be leading in goals after they play France tomorrow.
Period, the goal by Nick Olsen.
Yeah, and Oscar Molnar does a great job turning over and immediately transitioning into offense, and he finds Nick Olsen in the.
All right, so what are your predictions for the second period? Is the USA going to get it together, or is it going to be? So Slovakia apparently did secure the Group B win. Hey, Henderson's been a member for 15 months, and he says, are we sure that's water in Swayman's bottle? Hello. Funfish predicts 3-3 at the end of the second.
But that long shot in particular, Ocean and I were watching it off to the side, and it's something we used to do in practice, where you think that you could wrap the puck around the boards, get the goal to bite.
TK says the British guy calling the hockey games is one of the best sportscasters you've heard in a while. Mr. Spock says the Mac attack line. McJesus, McKinnon, Macklin, Celebrini should have fun against France. So I think they just implied that Nicholas Jensen was looking straight down the boards and nowhere near the direction of the goalie when he made that shot. Barman says it feels like you're watching a Panthers game. Yeah, I know, right? Blake says you've got 4-2 US. Henderson says Denmark's second goal reminded you of when Yzerman scored the overtime winner against the Blues, shooting from damned Narnia. Yeah, the Gretzky had it, lost its play. Real Cinema says if Swayman gives up another, put Helliebuck in.
Grubhub will eat the fees. That's what I said. No delivery fees, no service fees, no more fees on restaurant orders over 50.
This is a hot flash. This is a not flash. This is a hot flash. This is not. If you have hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, ask about Viosa.
It's hard to tell, honestly, if that second Denmark goal actually deflected off of Matthew Boldy's shin.
Viosa can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Viosa and call
Henderson says that second Denmark goal reminded me of another Detroit's playoff goal. Which one?
Don't use Viosa if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take SIP1 and 2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor.
Jameson, how you doing?
Hormone-free Viosa. Visit Viosa.com.
Is Freddie Anderson in net for Denmark? No, it's Sogard. He's a Sens prospect. I think it's Mads Sogard. Jeb says Team Denmark eliminated Team Canada at the World Juniors Tournament. Biggest upset ever for those Canucks, a 2-1 loss. David says Swayman looking like Arn Anderson in that.
Is how it makes you feel.
Here at Mr. Beast, we are always trying to pull off the impossible.
You can't be executing at this type of scale, at this type of speed without the right tools.
$5 million of real money.
Having Slack at our disposal is truly the key to the success.
Things that people think are impossible, we pull it off every time.
It's always something different. Keep us on our toes.
Does anyone have a canon expert? I'm using that Slack bot to find that answer.
If you're running business without Slack, you're doing it on hard mode.
There is no way that we could execute what we do here without Salesforce.
The 5-year business boost from Comcast Business is the certainty.
All right, so now it just remains to be seen if the U.S. can respond, pick themselves up after yet another sluggish start.
Introducing QuickBooks with Intuit Intelligence. Ask questions to get instant answers and real-time insights.
I mean, seriously.
Whatever's holding you back, outdo it with Intuit QuickBooks.
Seriously, the U.S. is going to get destroyed by teams like Canada, Finland, or Sweden if they keep doing this. Jamieson says the infamous Nick Lidstrom goal against Dan Cloutier from center ice against the Canucks. Vancouver is up 2-0 in the series and leading in game 3. Detroit took games 3 and 4 in a row to dust the Nucks.
Thanks so much, Matt. Appreciate it.
Finland had 62 shots on goal, and Italy had 15. 62 shots on goal.
What is accountability?
Showing up even when it's hard.
Funfish believes Austin Matthews scores next. Yeah, this would be a perfect time if you're the captain of USA, Team USA, to try and get momentum back on your team's side. You think Brock Nelson scores next? He's also been decent.
These eyes wink. And these eyes help those eyes see their
You need to
Quality eye exam and 2 pairs of glasses at one great price.
You need to prove that Cole Caulfield and Adam Fox were not, in fact, snubbed. Real Cinema says there's a problem if our fourth line centers our top goal scorer. Lane Hudson was snubbed too. Real Cinema says, how about Jack Eichel does something? That's another one. Cole Caulfield.
Proud partner of Team USA. Welcome to the new generation of web creation, where words can launch a business. While you control every detail. The generation.
Don't forget Jason Robertson.
It's your generation, where vision and technology work as one. This is the new way to create. Welcome.
Yeah, Seth Jones is a big loss for both teams. Jameson says if the U.S. finished second seed heading into elimination, it's likely they'll play Team Sweden in the quarter final. Not ideal. Henderson, you'd like to see Werenski redeem that own goal. Hell yeah, I'll take that.
Because that's how you go from great to greater.
Alrighty then.
Telluride X Pro is ready.
Kia, movement that inspires. What would you like the power to do?
It's the first matches for the US women in their history.
No one is going to ask it for you. Ask it when no one has done it before. Ask it for the one who come next. Bank of America champions everyone who dares to ask. What would you like the power to do?
Bobby, it's not Helliebuck. It's not Helliebuck in that it's Jeremy Swayman. It's Jeremy Swayman today. Mr. Spock says, regardless of who you meet in the semis, there are no easy games.
Charlie, will you stop that? Charlie, are you crazy? Silly dog. No more treats for you.
Sorry, where were we?
You crazy dog.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Brace your taste buds.
I mean, I think the moment Slovakia upset Finland in the very first game of this men's hockey Olympic tournament.
All for just $6.99. Plus, try a sweet, spicy sip of lemonade made with
Be honest with me, does anyone who's visiting a DQ, would you actually dip your chicken strips in soft serve and eats the vanilla soft serve as a dip on top of the hot chicken tenders? Here we are, second period is about to get underway. Henderson says, God, no. Yeah, honey mustard. Honey mustard is perfect for chicken strips. Because DQ keeps showing a commercial where they're offering vanilla soft serve as a dip-sized container for chicken tenders, and it makes me want to hurl. Why would you desecrate both delicious warm chicken tenders and perfectly good soft serve in that way? Jeb says the look on Billy Guerin's face when that second Danish goal went in, he looks like he was going to kill someone. McAvoy with a shot. It was deflected. Now it's a 3-on-2 for Denmark. Wow, for a second I thought the puck had caught under Jeremy Swayman and it was about to deflect in for another goal.
Denmark resting Freddie Anderson, the number one goaltender. He allowed 3 goals in the opener, the 3-1 loss to Germany.
So Freddie Anderson is apparently the starting goalie for Denmark, but he just surrendered 3 goals in Denmark's loss to Germany. So Mads Søgaard is the one who is currently helping Denmark beat the US by allowing just 1 goal on 13 shots. Yeah. Come on, Kachuk and Chicken Chuck and non-Chicken Chuck. Do something. All right, so Trocheck won the face-off. And then, are you kidding me, Kyle Connor? Could you not give up the puck at your own blue line? Now Werenski's pass is intercepted, allowing Denmark to get well set in the zone. Sanderson trying again. Hexy says, Chucky, don't get hurt. Yeah, that too. We don't need Kachuk getting hurt. Offsides, 18:01 to go in the second. The last time USA trailed after the first period in the Olympics was the 2010 gold medal game versus Canada, where they lost 3-2 in overtime. Oof.
For the first time since Sochi in 2014. This is Lars Eller for Denmark.
Lars Eller able to move the puck into the zone, but Quinn Hughes is there to recollect it, and he sends it over to... Shoot, that was really close to offsides. Jack Hughes' shots deflected. Now... For a second, I thought that Brock Nelson was going to hold it in the zone. Now, JT Miller sends it towards Søgaard, and he gloves it with 17:19 to go.
scary moment here in Milan, late in the game. Kevin Fiala, the LA Kings forward, hit by Tom Wilson.
Oh, apparently they're showing the Kevin Fiala hits.
Fiala had surgery today in Italy. He's out obviously for the season.
Apparently Fiala, I didn't realize he had to have surgery in Italy and is now going to be out for the season. I'm sure a certain segment of hockey fans are totally reasonable and calm that it was Tom Wilson that made the hits on Fiala. Colin says, I wish they would sell the Olympic stuff for the other teams on Florida Team Shop and Fanatics as well. Brady Tkachuk had his stick slashed, and I believe Team USA is going to go on the power play. ADL says, gotta love how your live stream was pushed down by YouTube 20 pages back. You have got to be kidding. 20 pages down? Well, thank you for your dedication to showing up here. Much appreciated. For those of you who are here and are enjoying me sitting here all alone talking about Team USA, try hitting the like button for me, will you? Quinn Hughes sets up Eichel. Sogard makes the save. Bobby says the U.S. shouldn't lose it all unless it's Canada. I mean, Finland and Sweden would like a word with you there. You would like a Lundell or E2 Finland shirt. At the very least, you'd think there'd be Reinhardt, Marchand, and Bennett's Canada shirts or merch. Especially Marchand. Marchand stuff is a huge seller. Yeah, Lundell didn't play against Italy due to sickness. Poor dude got to miss out on the 11-0 thrashing of Italy. I don't know if Italy's been that completely wrecked in about 80 years. Tage Thompson fires, and I guess that went out of play. We're leading shots 17-8, by the way. It was a great setup and just deflected out of play. You are far from the first person today, Bobby, to suggest that Otter should have started over Swayman. Well, the U.S. offense needs to get pucks past Sogard, for crying out loud. Yes, that was a bad goal to surrender from the red line by Swayman, but U.S. is quickly closing in on 20 shots with just one goal. Yeah, hockey is not exactly Italy's national sport. Bless them for fielding for icing a team. Are there any Italian hockey players? Honest question. Are there any Italian hockey players even in the potential NHL prospect system? Telron says, wow, they're losing to Denmark. Guess they don't care about goal differential like Finland does. No, not a great power play. But Denmark ices the puck with 14:39 to go in the second. Seth says the USA is struggling. Women's USA hockey team is better. So the US is currently the only undefeated team left in its own group. This would be a massive opportunity to get to rack up the points. Damian Clara is a Ducks pick, and he's the only one. The Italy goalie is in the Ducks system. Actually, I think we had asked this question before the other day, but was he the goalie in that 11-0 destruction? Which one was that? Goalie. So it looks like Clara was unfortunately. Hang on a second. It shows me in the box score. Oh, Swayman makes a stop. Damian Clara surrendered 6 goals on 38 shots. So he made over 30 saves and still surrendered 6 goals. But David Fadani surrendered 5 goals on just 24 shots. Yeah, I think no one was expecting that second Danish goal to actually go in.
Just inside the red line, Jeremy Swayman puts one in and got to find a way to bounce back again, Bush. You absolutely do. I mean,
the U.S. so far, the U.S. hockey team has not really impressed me. They didn't wake up. They didn't wake up until midway through last game.
By what they went through in the first period. I haven't seen them really pull out of it just yet. I didn't think the power play, was overly productive, but still a lot of game left. And as you said,
I mean, there is plenty of time left. It would be good to see maybe one of the top lines for the U.S. generate like an extended offensive zone shift. Quinn Hughes over to pick up the puck. Now McAvoy will send it ahead. Tage Thompson with speed. He takes a shot to the side, and then his centering pass is intercepted. No, Zito is merely an assistant GM. I thought. Isn't Bill Guerin the primary GM? Crystal Store says, how's this team supposed to beat Vinland Zecker, Sweden? Play a full 60 minutes of hockey? Now Quinn Hughes over to Brady Tkachuk, back to McAvoy at the point. Brady Tkachuk gets shoved into the boards. McAvoy has to go all the way back to his and now Eichel behind the nets. He waits. He sends it back to the blue line. We'll go all the way over to Gensel. Now Denmark on the rush. Hannafin trying to get the puck. Yeah, the longer it takes for them to pick up, the more of a chance Denmark sneaks in another goal. Marchand wasn't in for Canada in the second game. Hello, Bolts Games. How you doing? Boldy, the only goal scorer so far for Team USA, feeds the puck to Matthews, who goes behind the net. Matthews waits. He considers, then does pass to Werenski. Marchand wasn't in for Canada in the second game. He apparently needed rest. Let's hope it was the same way with Lundell and Finland. Oh, it's your birthday, Bolts Game. Say happy birthday, buddy. You're doing good. That's good. Yeah, the Danes are playing physical, and it's working for them so far. 11 minutes flat. Tell me if you've heard this before. Your team is outshooting the opponent 19-9 and losing 2-1. Apparently, Lars Eller lost a skate blade deflecting a pass, and McAvoy nearly tripped on it. Yes, I agree with Roger. Let's tie it up, please. We need more Freebird. Bobby says you don't care if Swayman allows 2 goals on 9 shots, and including one really bad goal. Says as long as the U.S. wins, you'll take it. Blake says we'll pull it together. Don't worry. Well, I mean, they've still got just over a period and a half to get things right. I can't exactly pull the get up and leave in the middle of the game again because there's no one else here to cover for me. Lele can't cover for me. Eichel in the circle, 10:37 to go. Oh, what a shot! Brady Tkachuk. Hey, Brady Tkachuk has been having an outstanding Olympics so far. Brady Tkachuk ties it up. It was a face-off win by Eichel, and then Tkachuk with a wicked short side shot. A non-chicken chuck goal. Right off the face-off. There we go. No, Jaws is on the Space Coast. He's about 3.5 hours away from Miami. Yes, we did something. And maybe we can drag Chucky into the game now. So Eichel with the one and only assist. So Eichel, you asked for Eichel to do something. I also personally asked for the Tkachuks to do something, and the wish was granted. Yeah, we'd all love to see Brady Kachuk on the Panthers. But the Sens would have to become thoroughly broken to reach that point where they'd be willing to play Zito's game. Yeah, what a sniper, yeah. Turns out we can score once every 10 shots exactly. So all we need is to reach 30 shots, and we should be able to take the lead if Swayman hasn't malfunctioned again. I wonder what the story is of, the fans closest to the rink. I just saw in one of the corners of the rink, one of the fans has the American flag draped over the side, and another one has specifically a Detroit Red Wings. Detroit Red Wings flag. If I'm not mistaken, is Dylan Larkin the only Red Wings player that made Team USA? Blake says, definitely wishful thinking. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, you called for 2 US? Well, we've reached a 2-2 tie.
I see you found the D-Furnished feature on Homes.com.
D-Furnished? Furnished.
Homes.com, the place to find a place.
Now it's well known that two sets of brothers are on this American team, Matthew and Brady Kachuk, and Jack and Quinn Hughes. But what people might not realize is that Brady Kachuk and Quinn Hughes also did.
Bobby says he's a goalie. The puck, follow the puck.
Four-time Olympian and all-time great American player. Keith joked over the years. He said, Quinn's mom, Ellen, and my wife, Chantel.
JT Miller, Hennepin, Trocheck, Wierenski, Quinn Hughes, Kachuk, Michael Brady. Well, Larkin is the only USA representative from Detroit, the Red Wings. That's what I thought. So someone in Milan must be a big Red Wings fan specifically. Funfish says, does Sully ever smile? Well, maybe you have to watch the old Penguins Stanley Cup footage. See if he's smiling there. Werenski takes a shot. Sogard gloves that one. They have Sider and Raymond on Germany and Sweden, respectively. Eichel wins. Eichel scores! Wow! Eichel has been a beast on these face-offs in the offensive zone. All of a sudden, Denmark cannot keep it under control when there's a face-off in their zone. Eichel was able, I believe Matthew Kachuk is going to pick up the primary assist. Yeah, Matthew Kachuk was able to get the puck back to Eichel right after the faceoff was won. And just like that, USA is back on top, 3-2. They found the mismatch. Blake says it could be wrong. It could be 5-2 at the end of 2. So they're saying it's an unassisted goal. I thought Kachuk had gotten a piece of it. Nelson sends it wide. Now Nelson behind the net. 9 minutes to go. JT Miller with the puck along the boards. Yeah, they found the mismatch right. The first lead of the night for Team USA. Mr. Spock says our dumb GM, Mark Bergevin in Montreal, picked Kotkaniemi just before Brady Tkachuk in 2018. Dumbest move ever by a GM. No wonder he fired his ass soon after. So just like that, Team USA has 3 goals on 23 shots. Yes, we are in the leads now. Now all the Team USA has to do is hold on to this lead, not let the foot off the gas. Is Brady the new Marchand? Yes, so on 2 different face-offs in the offensive zone for Team USA, Eichel wins the face-off, and then the U.S. completely exposes Denmark's positioning and play and gets rewarded. Yeah, we need to keep scoring. Goal differential matters. They did give Matthew Tkachuk the assist. So that's a goal for Brady Tkachuk, a goal and an assist for Eichel, and an assist for Matthew Tkachuk. Top line is killing it right now. Oh my God, Kyle Connor, how did you not score there? Did Sogard make that save off his back? Which team has the most U.S. representatives? That is a good question. Well, the Minnesota Wild alone, didn't they provide this team Brock Faber, Matthew Boldy, and Quinn Hughes? It might be the Minnesota Wilds. Oh, there's the sun is shining directly. The sun is shining directly on me from this window, and it's casting the shadow. I am going to have to move curtains next stoppage of play. Yeah, Fiala getting hurt might be a dagger in whatever hopes the Kings fans had for their season. All right, so Jake Sanderson with the puck. The Boston Bruins and Rangers with 2 representatives. Not to mention, this team is being coached by Sully, the Rangers coach, the same coach whose team is dead last in the entire Eastern Conference. Vegas has 2 as well. So I take it the Wild have to be the only team that sent 3 players to the Team USA, right? the USA would have also had two players from the Panthers if Seth Jones didn't get hurt. Tony says McDavid might break Crosby's. So in these Olympics so far, Brady has 2 goals, Matthew has 3 assists, the Kachucks, and Jack Hughes has 2 assists, and Quinn Hughes has 3 assists. McDavid might break Crosby's record for points in the Olympic tournament. He has 6 points, and you think the record is 8 or 9. So the Team USA strategy seems to be just don't let Denmark go anywhere near Swayman and force face-offs in the offensive zone. And as I say that, Swayman has to defend against a 2-on-1. Apparently, Quinn Hughes has been out there for an awful long time and needs to get off. The Jets and Sens have 2 reps as well. Wayne Gretzky would be a good coach in this tournament. Didn't he try coaching at the NHL level once, and it was a disaster? Jeez. Oh my God, that's it! Sogard lets one squeak behind him. Who's going to get credited with this goal? I believe I saw that go all the way over. Noah Hannafin is celebrating. There's a USA fan in the rink that's in his American flag boxer shorts. So that hits. Yeah, that's over. That's all the way over. That should be a good goal. Right there. It was just too late for Oliver Lauritsen when he got to that puck. And just like that, USA has taken a 4-2 lead. Would you look at that? The USA once again wakes up in the middle of the second periods. You can Trocheck and Faber the assists on the Hannafin goal. USA still needs to score 3 to cover -4.5. Good grief. So, yeah, Blake, that was your prediction, was 4-2. 4 goals on 24 shots, and Denmark has yet to record its 10th shot on goal in this game. Real Cinema says if Sully could just get these guys to lock in during the first. Yeah, I don't know if Team USA can keep getting away with this. The sloppy play in the first and early second periods. Canada, Finland, and Sweden will destroy them. Hell, Slovakia will destroy them if they're not careful.
Welcome to the new generation of West Creation.
I will credit Sully at least for through 2 games. He is clearly making the necessary adjustments in the middle of the second period. Denmark could not stop the U.S. on either of those face-offs in the offensive zone. You kind of wish Jason Robertson was on Team USA. Oh, would you look at that? As soon as it's commercial break, the sun goes far enough behind the trees for me to not have to get up and move the curtain. Final score prediction. The winner gets greenlit. You're actually the second person to make that joke.
Here's Vinny Trocheck on the goal, and then here's the eventual goal scorer. Watch the patience by Trocheck along the wall. He gets it, great, and makes a beautiful little backhand pass. Fortunate about Hanifin, and he gets it back, and he puts it into the back of the net. A couple of Vegas Golden Knights.
All right, so Boldy with the puck. He shoots. I think Sogard made the save. Yeah, a great player doesn't necessarily make a great coach. Man, Matthews, I thought he was going to make it 5-2. Yeah, the Stadium Series game was incredible. Kevin believes the best way to celebrate Valentine's Day is to see USA win. Man, if Matthews had lifted that puck at all, that's 5-2. Pacharo, my dad is in Florida right now. He left me here all alone with Leia. Which means I get to do basically whatever I want. So about 40 seconds left. Roger says hello from Wallace, Nova Scotia. All right, so now Trocheck moves the puck up ahead, and that's icing with 26.1 seconds.
His hockey career, there was somebody, a coach, a manager, when he was an amateur.
Yes, I have plenty of food. My chances of starvation or expiring from thirst are pretty much near absolute zero. All right, so another icing. So the USA is now outshooting Denmark 28-10, while also winning 4-2. Tony says most points in the Olympic event is held by Teemu Selanne and Saku Koivu, reaching 11 points in 8 games. And McDavid already has 6 points in 2 games. Are you kidding me, Swayman? Are you kidding? You allowed Denmark to cut the deficit in half with less than 3 seconds in the period? He surrendered the shot from the point. That was Philip Brugsier. Yeah, one too many icings. JT Miller might have unintentionally screened Swayman there. And 3 goals on 11 shots. Ehlers and True with the assists. So now the USA is going to have to score 4 goals in order to cover the -4.5 spreads. We might actually get that 8-3 game.
For small business owners,
Yeah, JT Miller was screening Swayman there on what was a snipe of a shot, but Oleshka says, I'm sorry to say this, but you're having a very hard time rooting for a team that has Matthews as captain and Swayman in nets. Yeah, the 4-2. Rest in peace, the 4-2 prediction.
Oikos is packed with complete protein that will build strong muscles.
Frankenstein. What if she's monstrous? Just 1,000 things that can go terribly wrong.
Seth Jones wouldn't have let that happen.
Your bride, Frank.
The Bride, rated R, only theaters March 6th.
Look at you, DraftKings, acting like the ultimate host.
Real Cinema says, do not play Swayman the rest of the tournament. I feel bad, sort of bad for Swayman. Under normal circumstances, the only truly terrible goal he's allowed so far was that red line goal. There's practically no excuse for that one. I don't care if it bounced off your own teammate's shin. You have to get a better read on that. The first goal was Werenski kicking it in himself. And this third goal was JT Miller being at the wrong place at the wrong time and making it all too easy for Brooksier to snipe. Bobby says stats-wise, he's bad, but really only one goal you'd want him to have. As long as he gets to win, he's fine. As long as Swayman doesn't surrender any more goals from the red line in this game, I will defend him because he's currently being Bobrovski'd, which is to say he has been all the blame for those 3 goals is being shouldered on him, despite only one of the 3 goals in question being truly, truly bad. Real Cinema says Swayman actually has the best stats this year of the 3 USA goalies we took. Yep. So the USA scoring 3 unanswered goals was nice while it lasted. Too bad that's how the period ended. No, I would not rather watch a 1-0 game. So Matthew Boley, Brady Tkachuk, Jack Eichel, and Noah Hannafin are your USA goal scorers. Yes, this is a microcosm of the Panthers season, but Florida would be down 3-0 because, yes, Florida has almost non-existent puck luck, and they surrender endless breakaways. Hello, True. How you doing? Yeah, it's time for Matthew Tkachuk and Jake Gensel to get goals. Brady got us back in the game with that punch. Yeah, the USA better pick up their game because it won't get easier from here.
I'm on the point. I take a slap shot. Walt comes around the defender in front of the net, takes it in the tee, and then into the net. And so I got an apple.
That's. Oh, you're finally off of work. That's cool. True.
Took out 5 teeth. I think he fractured his upper jaw. He said it's the worst injury he's ever had. I was in the second year of my career.
So it's essentially that sequence at the end of the second is a pretty decent example of how the USA is making it more difficult than it has to be on themselves. True says you're so lucky you're a YouTuber. Yeah. Real Cinema says it's not all on Swayman, but also Helliebuck wasn't seeing a lot of shots in what he wasn't letting in shots like that.
And gives you the best advice. So your small business can really take off. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
Connor here had a great day on the mountain until someone took his
JP says Brady's wrist shots have so much whip to them from their release to the point of contact.
So next time, bring your visa, because you shouldn't have to learn the hard way that no one is more accepted. The only card accepted at the Winter Games.
If it plugs into your wall and feeds off your electrons, then it owes you something in return. Because the greatest measure of an automobile is how it makes you feel.
All right, so let us hear your predictions for the third period. Rest in peace to the 4-2 prediction. 4-2 final prediction. My thoughts on the Panthers making the playoffs. Get healthy. Then we can talk about playoffs. Austin Matthews is playing. In fact, he had a great scoring opportunity, but failed to lift the puck when Sogard was totally doing the splits. Funfish says 8-3. Jap says 7-3.
Lasting remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of
Yeah, fix the clone machine so we can get Barkey back out there.
for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Holy smokes! You don't look so good, boss.
Tell me about it. It's a real inferno down here, and I'm burnt out.
Here, try a Red Bull. It's devilishly good.
Red Bull?
Yeah, if they think they can play like this versus Canada, they'll get fried.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Wings? Wings? I can't have wings. Not in my position.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Welcome back. It's 4-3 Team USA at Milano Santa Giulia Arena. One of the goal scorers.
Yes, Freddie Anderson is on Denmark. In fact, he was the goalie that surrendered 3 goals in Denmark's loss to Germany. Olesen, Jensen, and Brugesser are the Danish goal scorers.
They're taking away middle ice, so just got to keep getting pucks to the net. It was good to get the lead there. Obviously, it's a tough one to give up at the end of the second period, but
Jeb says Canada has turned the puck over lots so far in their group play.
Just play a simple game. I think when we got pucks behind them, we controlled.
So Finland set an Olympic record for goals scored in a game with NHL players.
They're trying to clog things up and slow us down. So if we have to play behind them, we got to play behind them. But it's
Mainly Bennett's fourth line. Well, if the USA is going to have any chance against Canada, they must find any weakness on Canada and exploit it. If the fourth line of Canada likes turning over the puck, then the USA is going to have to find whichever one of their own lines can exploit that. Icy says, you've made me hungry for a Danish now.
People watch out for each other.
We just watch each other. I've been watching you two preach. Whatever you're up to, I want to know. What are we doing? Let's go. Hello, neighbors.
Everyone's hiding something. I know how this movie ends, and we need to leave now.
Is there anything on earth more powerful than a dream? Only dreams can turn defeat into victory, and Midnight Oil into a moment that electrifies the world. That's why Hunt is proudly supporting Team USA's Olympic.
Blake says not sure they beat Canada, but they'll pull it together and they have the best shot of any team. Are you referring to Brady Tkachuk's shot, or you're referring they have the best shot of beating Canada out of all of the other Olympic teams? Yes, that center line goal was rough.
We all do it. You see a line and wonder, should I join it? Even crazier is that folks stick with insurance that keeps them waiting around.
I'll be right back, folks. I'm going to refill this glass.
No one knows. It feels good to step out of line. It feels good to go.
Don't settle for less. With more weight loss, use our water control. More electrolytes, more flavor, and zero sugar. Finally, a fitness water that gives you more. Powerade Power Water, official partner of Team USA.
close game between the United States and Denmark. Team USA leading 4-3 after 40 minutes of play. We'll have the third period when we come back.
Acura, proud partner of Team USA.
CDW partners with you to transform your business, delivering faster innovation and increased creativity. The agility to pivot in any direction, at any speed, and exceed expectations. That's when amazing happens. CDW's advisory services help clients realize faster insights and standout content with Adobe Acrobat Studio.
Ooh, that looks good.
Silver's protein blend. Over 2 grams of protein, veggies, and tasty sauce. It's just $3.99.
$3.99? Did you say $3.99? $3.99? What? $3.99? $3.99? $3.99? Hey, what's that?
Nobody told you. Subway's new protein pockets. Over 20 grams of protein for $3.99. Try out.
Team USA has the best chance out of the rest of the field, country-wise.
Faithfully discharge all of the duties as chief medical examiner to the best of my ability. Second time's the charm.
Our Lady of the Train Tracks, that's what they're calling her.
This case and my first one, there are too many commonalities for them not to be connected. But if it's the same person,
And we're going to run, and we have to look back.
The Finns. Yeah, the Finns could do it. Honestly, Slovakia, Sweden, don't count them out. All right. Bobby says we all wanted to be Team Canada versus USA finals. The Finns and Swedes might have something to say about that, especially the Finns. Alrighty then. Well, let's get my dad and Donna are in Florida. My grandparents' anniversary is today, so my dad is down in Florida. All right, USA, can you hang on or even add to your lead here? The goals for and goal differential are critical here. Brady Tkachuk forces Sogaard to make a stop. 23 seconds into the period. Vaneha says, I'm okay with Canada versus Finland. The U.S. team doesn't impress you much. Matthews as the captain. Speak of the devil, Matthews is taking this face-off in the offensive zone, and Denmark ends up with it. All right, now That was a sharp angle shot by Nicholas Jensen. Well, I didn't realize there's a Nicholas Jensen and Nicholas B. Jensen. Nicholas B. Jensen, by the way, is the one who scored. The defenseman, not the forward. Spider-Man thinks the USA is going to lose. And Swayman, I believe, had to save the puck there. All right, we get the clear, but Nikolaj Ehlers keeps it moving for Denmark. Tage Thompson and Kyle Connor along the boards. All right, so now McAvoy behind his own net. Could we please get some offensive zone time here, boys? Denmark clearly is pressing. Kyle Connor on the move. And then Jack Hughes took a shot. But Denmark takes possession and sends it all the way to Swayman, who's forced to glove it with 17:33 to go in the third.
The long-range shot from center ice that escaped them in the first period gave Denmark a 2-1 lead.
Van Aja says these gambling commercials are a plague.
Made the score 4-3. You know, at NHL level, we can look at the advanced stats.
McAvoy passes the puck along. The puck rolls directly over to Sogard, who also chooses to glove it. So Swayman's save percentage is at .750. I didn't know he was from Anchorage, Alaska. So yeah, 8 saves on 12 shots. Already did. The Tkachuk brothers are on the ice. Matthew has to recollect it. Matthew waits. Eichel looking. Sogard's covered up the puck. 17:06 to go in the third. Man, Sogard's lucky that puck did not escape from underneath him. Faber over to Brady Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk cannot hang on to it, allowing Denmark to clear, but now Eichel will retake possession. Hannafin waits, dumps the puck in, goes around the boards. Eichel is there, but he's surrounded by 2 Danish players. Oh man, Matthew Tkachuk had a great shot on Sogard, and I thought he was going to score. Now Jake Sanderson keeps it moving along. Austin Matthews cannot hang on to it. Nick Ehlers able to at least flummox the U.S. for a few moments, but Gensel nearly gave away the puck in his own zone. Werenski with the shot, stopped by Sogard. And now it will go back to Danish possession. True on the rush, and Swayman does make a great save. And then Gensel blows a tire and allows Denmark to get an additional shot on goal, which Swayman has to glove. Tony believes maybe the injury to Fiala sets up the trade between the Kings and Oilers, taking Fogelback for Mangiapane, same salary. 80 has a conspiracy theory that Barkov isn't really hurt. Bettman made a deal the Cats could keep Marchand and Bennett if they sit Barkov for the season. Kyle Connor leaves it for Larkin. Larkin's shots kicked aside easily. Now it will go back. Quinn Hughes could not quite reach that puck. Now Quinn Hughes waits. He takes a shot, but it went well wide. McAvoy over to Quinn Hughes. The puck rebounds back to the boards. Darnell Nurse is paid more than Cale Makar. Yeah. At what points does anyone in the Oilers organization feel buyer's remorse for some of these contracts they've handed out? Darnell Nurse, Evan Bouchard. Nexus says, thank God they left Robertson and Caulfield at home. Clearly they don't need goals. This GM stubbornness is why. This is the reason they never win gold in your lifetime. Well, goal scoring has not necessarily been an issue in this game. It's more the 3 goals surrendered before Denmark even had 12 shots on goal. Bobby says Bouchard is actually their best defenseman. He's so clutch and productive. Well, that would be news to me. I thought early on in the season he had been a nightmare on plus minus. Mr. Spock says it's okay. Caulfield is resting in Montreal. We'll need him for the rest of the season. 14:40 to go in the third period. Hello, hot dog. How you doing? Jack Eichel tried to get the puck free. Matthew Tkachuk is also there. Now Brady Tkachuk is also stuck defending against Lars Eller. Eichel able to send it towards the net, but a great play in the neutral zone prevents a stretch pass by Denmark. It is fun seeing Jack and Quinn Hughes play together. Maybe Jack should get himself out of New Quinn Hughes is having a really fun time in Minnesota, just saying. Werenski shot blocked. My YouTubes. My dad is in Florida right now. His parents, my grandparents, are having their 50th anniversary celebration today. Werenski shot once again blocked. Jack Hughes. Oh man, the puck was right there in the paint near the one corner of the net. And then Matthews' shot stopped. No, someone had to stay here to take care of Leia. Leia would not have been good for the airplane ride. Gensel scores! There we are. Back to a multi-goal lead. It's Bill. That's awesome. Jake Gensel. I believe that's his first goal of these Olympics, and he makes it 5-3 USA. So Matthews with a great pass. He'll get one of the assists. When you have a bad day, you put on the clip of our live stream when Marshy won game 2 in overtime against McNugget, and it instantly makes your day better. That's flattering. So Matthews, Austin Matthews, and Zach Werenski with the assists. When does Finland play? If you're talking about today, Finland already played today, and they destroyed Italy, annihilated them 11-0. 11-0. Spaceman, you'd love to see Brady Tkachuk with McDavid on the Florida Panthers, right? On the Florida Panthers, right? So in women's hockey, it's going to be U.S.-Sweden in the women's hockey semifinals, and it might end up being U.S.-Sweden in the men's quarterfinals. Hot Dog says 11? Damn, Italy should stick to soccer and basketball. Bobby says, I want to see Hagel and Chucky fight again. Nah, I really do not want Matthew Tkachuk to get into any fights. We do not need to bring flashbacks to Four Nations. So Matthews on the rush. He passes backwards. Sogard smothers the shot from Faber. Italy are the hosts. Only reason they were in this tournament. Yeah. Carlos says, how is Damian Lillard in the 3-point contest? Well, you'll have to ask the basketball fans that question. Let's see. Will Boldy collects the puck? Why is Lundell? Lundell sat out today due to illness, apparently. All right, so Sanderson with a shot, stopped by Sogard, and then Matthews starts going at it against 3 or 4 Danish players. So the captain in the minor scrum. Yeah, it would have been 20-0 if Lundell played. So Matthews is going into the penalty box. I will have to pull down the second curtain. I'll have to pull down the curtain, get just a bit more light in here. How's that? So Matthews takes a penalty. Now the USA has to kill off its second penalty of the night. JT Miller against Russell in the faceoff circle. The USA is out shooting Denmark 36-15, by the way. All right, now Ehlers moves it. Russell takes a shot. I believe he missed. Sanderson trying desperately to clear, but he fails. Bjorkstrand sends it around the other way. Russell with a shot stopped by Swayman. Yeah, this Team USA jersey is not very memorable. You can even make the argument it looks too much like the Rangers. Four Nations face-off had a great Team USA jersey. Hey, we get the clear. Brock Nelson might even get possession. He actually does get possession. Brock Nelson at the side of the nets, but the two Danish players do get him away from the puck. Frankie Stein believes Germany is killing it with their jersey. Yeah, well, I'll get to see them for myself, the Germany jerseys, tomorrow when USA plays them. There's the clear. Alechko is asking if any Quebec players made it onto the Canada roster. That is a good question. So we killed the penalty. That's good. We still double Denmark in shots. 9 minutes to go. Oh, wow. Sogard made a great save against Brady Tkachuk. I thought he was going to get goal number 2 tonight. All right, here we are. Mr. Spock says hockey is expensive and a lot of kids in Quebec now play other sports.
Your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
Bobby has a hot take. Joseph Woll should have been on Team USA. I'm pretty sure Spencer Knight would have made it before Joseph Woll.
Hi, honey.
Is Max watching the game? I can see his tablet so on.
Really?
You gotta pause it on.
Keep your love of Team USA alive with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Milton loves rocks. So he bought a .rocks domain name with Squarespace, so you can see his rocks and buy his rocks and sit on his rocks.
All right.
Denmark, their defenders were dead tired because that shift where Matthews and Gensel, they absolutely dominated the offensive zone, and Gensel was able to find that soft area and the beautiful feed by Matthews, and Gensel with his first goal.
Jeb says, "Oh, it looks like there's been a goalie change. They've got who is this? How do you pronounce this name? Is it Decal? Decal is now, and yeah, Sogard is angry. I guess he might have gotten injured. So Decal is now in net for Denmark. And I believe he just made a save. Quinn Hughes with the shots, deflected wide. Matthew Tkachuk holds the puck in. Wait, did it go out of play? So I guess Sogard might have hurt himself while... Oh, ow. I don't think that's how you're supposed to do a split. That right leg moved quite unnaturally. He might have hyperextended something. Owie. Puck out of play with 8:16 to go in the third. Looks like Olesen for Denmark just sacrificed his shin. No, that the puck hit him directly on the inside of his left skate, and he immediately skated to the bench. So that's a steener. That's a steener from a blocked shot. So Huberdeau and Latane were both from Quebec, but Latane is from the other generation, and Huberdeau fell off hard. All the Flames fans that thought they had fleeced Florida when the Tkachuk trade was announced, and the Panthers made it to 3 straight Stanley Cups and won back-to-back championships in the process. And the Flames have done basically nothing except self-immolate. Oleshka, you were able to touch the cup when Letane brought it to a Montreal nightclub. Hey, that is very cool. Wow, that is a cool goalie mask Decal is wearing. +1 for intimidation. Trey says, if we have to play the World Baseball Classic without Puerto Rico, then Canada should have to play 4 nations without Quebec. Well, the implication seems to be that Canada really isn't missing the presence of Quebec players right now. Jordan Bennington and Logan Thompson. Alrighty then, so not much time left to go. 6:19 to go in the third. USA has reached 41 shots on goal, while Denmark has yet to reach 20. But it would be nice to see USA make this a 3-goal lead, make it less likely that Denmark pulls their goalie and causes last-minute shenanigans. JT Miller able to keep possession of the puck. Shot blocked. Lars Eller barely stays on side. Jack Hughes over to Brock Nelson. Him and Nelson both in the corner. Lars Eller's pass is intercepted. Jack Hughes going the other way. Jack Hughes waits, and he sends it in front. Brady Tkachuk, I believe. Well, Jack Hughes is getting the goal, but I think Brady Tkachuk might not be credited with an assist, but he might as well have gotten an assist with how he just played. Wow. The Jack Hughes just banked it off the back of Decal's skate, the left skate. That was an excellent effort by Jack Hughes. My wish was instantly granted. Thank you. If only this would work for the Florida Panthers games. More free birds. Yes, Matthew Tkachuk does have an assist tonight, actually. Ghostlier, you bet both him and Brady would score today. Oh man, whose stick just disintegrated? That was Eichel's stick. Swayman with a great sequence of saves after Eichel's stick broke and Denmark was swarming around him with the puck. Let's not get too chippy here, boys. This game is all but over. All the U.S. has to do, if they feel like it, is just keep racking up the goals. Oh, wow. Germany really does have... If I just saw what I think the Germany jersey looks like, yeah, Germany's got an outstanding jersey. Mr. Spock says Matthew Tkachuk looked like he hurt his shoulder earlier in the game. No. Take that back right now, Mr. Spock. We specifically asked for no injuries to Panthers players. Ron says, I don't know, but once Swayman gets paid, he hasn't lived up to expectations the past few years. His backup on the Bruins seems decent. Well, inconsistency or not, it hasn't stopped the Bruins from taking that last wild card spot in the East this year. I don't know what's more shocking. The fact that the Sabres have the first wild card spot in the East, or that the Islanders and Penguins are top 3 teams in the Metro. I thought maybe one of them would get a top 3, but both. The Metro is just fallen to pieces, apparently, aside from the old stalwarts. I mean, literally the three teams in the East who are either tied or worse than the Panthers right now are all Metro teams. So Denmark just took a penalty, so USA is going on the power play. Colin says, you didn't see anything that would point to Chicken Chuck being hurt. Thank God. He played afterwards, but looked uncomfortable. No, maybe he just took a hard hit or something. A lot of former Panthers are from Quebec. Matheson, Duclair, Huberdeau, Marchessault. Well, Marchessault, Conn Smythe trophy winner, not even a decade ago. That's got to be a positive sign for Quebecers who still want to play hockey. And Duclair won. Didn't he win at least one, or did he win multiple times with the Lightning? Am I mixing up players there? Tell Ron you liked Swayman when they had their best record ever in 2022. He looked very dominant compared to Ullmark, but once he held out to get paid, last year wasn't great, but so were the Bruins. This year, you don't know. Less than 40 seconds left on the power play. Matthew Tkachuk over to Eichel. Eichel waits. Eichel near the circle. He simply passes it to Matthew Tkachuk over to Quinn Hughes near the blue line. Yeah, this pretty much is a must-win for Denmark. They're the only team in this group without a win. Eichel shot. Power play is over. The USA has reached 45 shots, and Denmark is still below 20 shots. It's over for Denmark. Yeah. Essentially, no one is getting eliminated yet, but the wins and losses in these group games basically determine the seeding. And that's why goals for and goals differentials is so huge. Wow. How do you miss that backhand shots? Joaquin Blickfield. Yes, they look desperate. Only the top 4 seeds get a bye and go to the quarterfinals, according to Patelron. So, at this rate, all that's left for the U.S. to play for is maybe an additional goal to help them out in the standings. Patelron says Finland looked desperate and they showed it. Yeah. 11-0 over Italy. So tomorrow, and I'll repeat this at the end of the stream, tomorrow I will see you guys again at 3 for the US and Germany game at 3:10. So the US is in the semis already. What spot? Oh, looks like Boldy just got called for delaying the game, so Denmark will have a power play for the last minute and 14 seconds. Mr. Krabs, the stream is not quite over. It will be over in literally about a minute, 2 at most. But USA starts the kill with a clear. Last minute of play. Patelron says Sheloffs lives rent-free in Dreisaitl's head. Colin says USA likely lock for the 2nd seed. Let me guess, Canada's 1st seed. Hello, Derek. Yeah, this game is pretty much done. I'm just waiting for the 000s. So Swayman, unless anything else happens, he'll end up with having made 17 saves on 20 shots. So that's what? That's an 850 save percentage, and it just got a slightly better. So it wasn't terrible. All right, that's it. The game is over. USA wins 6-3 over Denmark, and according to at least one commenter, it's pretty much a lock for 2nd seed for US. And now we play Germany tomorrow. The Danes gave it a good effort, but they were short on talent. Canada's goal differential should be pretty high. Well, Canada gets to play France tomorrow. Good God. Dubs. So for the 2nd game in a row, USA gets off to extremely sluggish start in the 1st and early 2nd period, and then turns on the gas and figures out how to torch the opposing team for however many goals you want in the 2nd period. Just sign right here. Tonight it was the top line. Eichel, goal and assist. Brady Tkachuk, goal. Matthew Tkachuk, assist. Germany lost to Latvia. So yeah, the U.S. needs to play just a little better to start games, but otherwise we seem to be okay. It was more stressful than it needed to be. Eichel and Brady have been great, and Tkachuk finally showed up in the points. Matthew Tkachuk. Derek says Brady should be captain, not Matthews. Matthews did have a really good pass today on the Gensel goal. In fact, who got the game-winning goal today? Let me take a look, and then I will sign off. The game-winning goal was Noah Hannafin, of all people, with Trocheck and Faber as the assists. So, all right. IC has been a member for 4 months. No, I'm talking about the game-winning goal, which would be Hannafin when he made it 4-2. Because remember, Denmark scored to make it 4-3 near the end of the second. So Hannafin. All right. Thank you, IC, for being a member for 4 months. USA. All right. Thank you for joining me, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night, everyone.